Eric here with Team Eccentrics doing another dual commentary video. This time it is TJ's Blue Eyes White Dragon versus my Mermail Atlanteans. I do have deck profiles on the channel for both of these decks, so if you guys want to net deck or take a look at any of our decks or anything, I will leave 2 links in the description box below. So definitely give that a look. And now we will get right into the matchup. So TJ will begin. TJ will start off with a Foolish Burial. TJ is playing the Felgrand support, so you will see him trying to send dragons from his deck to his graveyard in order to establish advantage. So with the Foolish, he decides to send the Felgrand support. I personally felt the Felgrand support was a bit subpar, but that's just my personal preference. And at that point, he activates his Dragon Shrine, which allows him to send more dragons. So he sends Blue Eyes and another Felgrand card. As you can see, he's attempting to establish advantage early on because Blue Eyes is a deck that can partially play out of the graveyard if you are playing the Felgrand support. And at this point he has yet to normal summon, and if you can see, he has 2 sages and a stone in his hand. So he still has plays to make. So he normal summons the sage and attempts to activate effects, goes through. Now that allows him to search a level 1 light attribute tuner in the form of Effect Veiler. I feel like that's actually pretty busted because Effect Veiler in its most quintessential usage is a hindrance to mermails. So now I know that he has a Veiler and I have to attempt to bait it out. Now he uses Sage to target the other Sage to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from his deck. That being said, he special summons the Spirit Dragon of White. And then during his end phase, he special summons the Felgrand support he sent earlier on. And now it's my turn. So knowing that he has a Veiler, I have to bait it out. So I attempt to reveal Teus, discarding the Heavy Infantry. So my target for Heavy Infantry is actually the monster he summoned during the end phase. And then I use Teus' effect to search. And at that point, he uses Veiler, which is exactly what I actually hope for, because now I can go on with plays. So I normal summon the Diva. Diva will special summon the other Heavy Infantry, which allows me an extra normal of a Sea Serpent, so I normal Neptibus. I use Neptibus effect. I send the Dragoons to add the other Dragoons, and with that Dragoons, I add the Megalo. So now I know for a fact that I have the OTK, and I've obviously established a field, so now it's time to go on and think about how I can OTK him. So I sync her up into 3. And I go into Tatsunoko. And with that, I end up revealing Megalo, discarding the Dragoons and the Neptibus. I go Chain Links 1, 2, and 3. So 3 searches Mizuchi, 2 searches the Moonglace, and 1 specials the Dragoons. And at that point, he calls it the game. As you can clearly see, my deck was able to OTK pretty consistently. Mermails are a very strong deck. But now we're going to side for game 2, and at this point, I feel it necessary to side 3 anti-spell fragrance and 2 effect veilers. The effect veilers are somewhat subpar against the Blue Eyes White Dragons. They're okay, but the anti-spell fragrance is more what I'm worried about, because the anti-spell fragrance, if I open it and I go first, which he already declared at that point that I would go first. So obviously siding the anti-spell fragrance definitely helped because I feel like Blue Eyes is very reliant on his spell card, so opening a spell fragrance is so strong. And now it's my turn and I start, like I said, so I set the spell fragrance, I activate the 1-for-1. 1-for-1 special summons at level 1, so I special summon up my Neptibus, use its effect to send the Dragoons. And with that, the other Dragoons is already in my hand, so at that point I just add the Poseidra and the Megalo off of the Dragoon search. With this, I consider what I can do to establish a field. So I reveal the Megalo, discarding the Poseidra and the Dragoons, and I go chain links 1 and 2. So I, with chain link 2, search the Abyss Scale of Mizuchi, and then chain link 1 allows me to search. So with that, I search out the Diva. Like I said, I'm trying to establish a board of negation just so I can lock him out of his plays, because Blue Eyes is very resource intensive. So making it so that he can't play is something that's pretty pivotal to the way I play Mermails. Now I instant fusion for Norden, go into Dweller, I use Dweller to detach Dragoons, and I search at that point the other heavy infantry. So I at that summon the Diva, and I use its effect to tutor out the other heavy infantry, and I synchro for 4 into Herald of Arclight, and I then activate the scale and call it a turn. So now I have anti-spell fragrance face down, I have the Abyss Scale face up on the Megalo, and now I activate the spell fragrance. I have Dweller on board and Herald. Now he reveals the Blue Eyes to special summon the alternative. Obviously I can't negate that with Herald because it's a summon condition. And then he attempts Alternative's effect to destroy Herald, and now I use Herald's effect as chain to negate and destroy Alternative. So now he sets 1 card and then sets another, and he passes turn. And with that, now I try and consider how I can OTK him. He has the full 8,000, so I really have to consider my resources and consider my plays, because I want to try and end it now, before he draws something that could possibly give him a comeback. So I use Megalo's effect to tribute Neptibus, and then Prince allows me to special summon an Atlantean, so I special summon the Poseidra that I discarded earlier. And also note that all of my guys have an extra 500 because of Dweller. And on top of that, I Gamma Seal his stone. And also note that my Megalo has an extra 800, and so in total it has an extra 1300 because of the equip spell. So I go to battle phase and I swing over the Gamma Seal. I attack for 37, and then I attack for 22. And at that point, we call a game. As you guys saw, Mermails are one of those decks where it can OTK through almost any field as long as you have the correct resources in order to do so. So, the deck is just too strong. But give us some likes, give us some subscriptions. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let us know if you saw, any plays that either of us could have made that could have been any better. Nonetheless, I feel like we both played these decks to the fullest capacity that we could. So, like I said, leave, just comments in the description box below. We really appreciate it, guys. So Team Eccentrics out.